weary traveler, to this quiet moment just for you. As you settle into your most comfortable place, allowing your body to sink gently into softness, let's take a slow, deep breath together. In and out. That's it. Another gentle breath, feeling the air fill your lungs, and then slowly release all the day's gentle worries. Your only task now is to simply listen and let your mind wander into a peaceful what if a possibility whispered only in the quietest hours. Tonight, we find ourselves high above the sleeping city, in a place rarely seen. It's an observation chamber, perhaps, or a private office, nestled within the upper levels of a sprawling, silent complex. Through the vast, reinforced glass, the city lights twinkle softly below, like scattered jewels on a velvet cloth. Each tiny glow a whisper of a dream, a secret held close. From here, the world seems to hold its breath, waiting for dawn, or perhaps for a truth yet unrevealed. The air here is still cool and carries no sound but the faintest hum of distant, dormant technology. On a wide, dark desk, a single unlit monitor sits, reflecting the moon's soft glow, its screen a mirror to the quiet urban sprawl. Beside it, a folded, dark fabric, almost like a cape or a tactical uniform, rests. It's not an everyday garment, but one that feels purposeful, yet utterly at peace in its folded stillness. And if you look closely, etched faintly into the cool, polished surface of the desk, is a symbol, perhaps overlooked by most, but hinting at a history both complex and quiet. A subtle, almost elegant, stylized serpent, dormant now, its coils at rest, just like the city below. Here, in this silent vigil, we begin to explore what might have been in the soft glow of a secret. Distant, gentle city hum. The quiet vigil on the rooftop continues. The city lights below a distant, comforting shimmer. The stylized serpent, a silent guardian of secrets, seems to breathe with the gentle rhythm of the night. This perch, high above the world, offers a unique perspective, a place where possibilities are woven into the fabric of the dark sky. From here, one might imagine the subtle shift of loyalties, the quiet dedication to a different path, unseen by the bustling metropolis. Now, let us imagine stepping through a softly concealed entrance, perhaps a shadowed door just off this very rooftop, leading not into a lair of conflict, but into a quiet, organized space. A hidden study, perhaps, or a private archive, bathed in a soft, ambient glow that hints at hidden knowledge, not danger. The air here is still, carrying only the faintest echo of the city's distant hum. Within this room, shelves of carefully organized data drives sit silently. Their indicator lights a cool, steady blue. On a sleek, polished table, a single dark uniform lies perfectly folded. It is the familiar silhouette of a uniform, but upon closer inspection, where a symbol of heroism might typically reside, a subtle, almost imperceptible pattern is woven into the fabric, a hushed, intricate pattern, easily overlooked, yet undeniably present. It whispers of a double life, a hidden allegiance, a secret kept close to the heart, even as the uniform itself rests, awaiting another quiet dawn. Everything here is orderly, precise, reflecting a mind that plans and executes with calm deliberation, always several steps ahead, in the soft, tranquil light of a what if. The soft, tranquil light of a what if gently illuminates this hidden corner of the world, where allegiance is a whispered secret. You can almost feel the hush in the air, a stillness that precedes a carefully orchestrated plan. From this precise, orderly space, your gaze might drift towards a quiet alcove, shielded from any prying eyes. Here, nestled in a specially designed compartment, rests a uniform. Not the familiar stark black, but a deep, muted green woven with threads of charcoal gray. It lies folded with meticulous care, the fabric smooth and cool to the touch, reflecting no harsh glare. A quiet testament to a different path taken, a different role played out in the shadows of this alternate reality. Upon the left shoulder, where a different emblem might once have proudly been displayed, a new symbol subtly resides. It is not overtly bold or menacing, but rather an elegant, stylized design woven almost imperceptibly into the fabric, visible only to a knowing eye in the soft, dim light. A small, silent whisper of the organization that now holds loyally. Nearby, a sleek, dark console hums with an almost inaudible whisper, its screen displaying a calm, star-like map of strategic points, gently pulsing with soft, unhurried lights. No urgent alerts, no flashing warnings, just the quiet choreography of a larger network, calmly unfolding. The silence in this hidden chamber is profound, broken only by the distant, almost imperceptible hum of the city, like a lullaby from a world unaware of the delicate balance held within these walls. Every detail here speaks of a profound, quiet dedication, a commitment to a vision carefully nurtured beneath the surface, waiting for its moment in the peaceful, sleeping world. The quiet hum of the ventilation system is the only sound, a steady, rhythmic breath within these silent halls. Our gentle journey now leads us through a softly lit corridor, past polished surfaces that reflect only the faintest glow, towards a chamber that feels both personal and deeply purposeful. Imagine stepping into a quiet study, a place designed for deep reflection and meticulous planning, far from the hurried world. Here, the moonlight filters through a tall, narrow window, painting a silver stripe across an otherwise simple, yet elegant wooden desk. On its smooth, cool surface, a single, aged, leather-bound journal lies closed. Its cover is worn, softened by countless hours of handling, its pages holding secrets whispered only to the quiet night, never to be disturbed. You might notice, if you look very closely, an almost imperceptible, elegant emblem etched subtly into the leather, a symbol that blends seamlessly with the ancient design, hinting at a heritage far older and more deeply rooted than it initially appears. It's a mark of quiet allegiance, a whispered commitment. Beside it, a small, dark stone, smooth and cool to the touch, rests as a paperweight, holding down a single, folded piece of parchment. It's not a message of urgency, but rather a carefully drawn schematic, almost artistic in its precision, showing pathways and connections that ripple out into the sleeping city beyond the window. The view from this window is of rooftops bathed in silver, a serene grid of soft, distant lights stretching into the calm horizon. It's a vista of profound peace, yet also a vast, intricate network, silently observed, silently understood from this quiet, hidden vantage point. The air itself feels still and pregnant with long-held knowledge, a patient anticipation, as if time itself pauses within these thoughtful walls, within this hushed sanctuary. Your gaze might drift towards a series of softly glowing monitors, their screens displaying patterns of light that could be anything from distant star charts to intricate, strategic network pathways. They hum with a barely perceptible whisper, a sound like a distant, tired breath, a gentle rhythm in the quiet. On one screen, a very faint, almost ghostly emblem might appear, then slowly fade, a stylized, multi-limbed shape that hints at a power long dormant, yet ever present in the deepest shadows. Soft, distant hum, this isn't a place of frantic activity, but of profound, quiet contemplation, a space where countless possibilities are weighed, and profound secrets are kept, like precious, ancient scrolls locked away for an eternity. The cool, gentle light from these screens casts a soft luminescence across the metallic surfaces and dark, polished wood of the command consoles. Your eyes might be drawn to a small, elegant data chip, nestled almost inconspicuously in a slot on one console. Its polished surface is unmarked, yet you sense it holds untold information, perhaps the quiet echoes of a mission planned long ago, a life lived under a different banner, or the strategic coordinates of a world subtly reshaped by a secret allegiance. Beside it, a stack of very old data disks, perhaps encrypted, rests silently, undisturbed. The air here carries the faint, clean scent of ozone and old electronics, mingling with a subtle, almost forgotten aroma of dust and history. It's a scent that tells of long hours spent in quiet vigilance, of patient waiting, and of a complex web woven, thread by silent thread, within the heart of something much larger than it appears. The weight of hidden knowledge settles around you, comforting in its stillness. The stillness deepens, drawing your attention to a quiet corner of what seems like a dormant operations center. Moonbeams filter through a high window, painting soft silver stripes across a series of dark, silent monitors. This isn't the bustling main command room, but a smaller, less frequented observation post, perhaps used for long-term data analysis or clandestine communications. Dust motes dance lazily in the lunar glow, undisturbed by any recent presence, adding to the feeling of time stretching out, unhurried. A single console glows with a very faint, almost imperceptible blue light. It's a terminal that would have been used for sensitive, precise work, its ergonomic design speaking of hours spent in quiet concentration. On its dark, polished surface, you can just make out the faint, ghostly reflection of a stylized symbol, almost like a whisper of a forgotten emblem. It's not boldly displayed, but subtly integrated into the console's design, perhaps a tiny detail in a circuit board pattern, or a micro-etched mark on the edge of a keyboard, barely visible unless you were looking for it. The screen itself displays a calm, looping pattern of what looks like encrypted data streams, flowing endlessly, without urgency. There's no panic, no alert. Just the quiet hum of information, always gathering, always flowing. A silent testament to a system running smoothly, patiently. It suggests a patient, long-term endeavor, a secret kept not through force, but through intricate, unseen weaving, like a story unfolding over years. You imagine Natasha moving with quiet grace through this space, her fingers perhaps resting on this very console. In this what-if world, her touch here might have been to guide these quiet streams, not for the obvious cause, but for something else entirely. The air is cool and still, holding the silent promise of a truth hidden in plain sight, a secret maintained with utmost calm. Stretching through the silent, moonlit night, the soft hum of distant machinery fills this quiet space, a gentle, almost meditative sound that accompanies the silent vigil. You can almost feel the weight of countless secrets held within these cool, unyielding walls, secrets that have settled into the very dust motes, dancing in the faint light, filtering through hidden vents. It is a place of deep contemplation, where time seems to slow, allowing unspoken questions to linger in the air. On a smooth, dark console crafted from polished, unreflective stone, a single screen glows with a deep, calming blue. It displays a complex network of data, lines connecting points across a world that sleeps unaware. The information flows like a slow, deliberate river, revealing nothing to the casual glance, but everything to the knowing eye. If you let your gaze drift across the flowing streams of data, past the innocuous graphs and charts, you might notice a recurring pattern woven into the background code. It's a subtle digital signature, almost like a stylized spider silhouette, its slender legs curving delicately. This delicate emblem appears to be intertwined with the familiar, stark geometry of a multi-headed serpent, not overtly displayed, but deeply embedded within the network's architecture. It's a quiet echo, a silent conversation between two symbols that, by all accounts, should never converge. This silent merging on the screen is a testament to patience, to a long game played in the quiet hours under the unwavering gaze of the moon. The screen remains still, its glow a soft beacon in the stillness, holding the secret of a duality that shapes this hidden world, a question whispered by the glowing pixels, inviting your mind to simply rest in the wonder of it all. The soft glow from the screen now seems to emanate from a quiet corner of a vast, almost forgotten command room. Moonlight filters gently through a tall, arched window, casting long, peaceful shadows across the polished floor. The air here is still, carrying only the faint, steady hum of dormant technology, a soft lullaby in the heart of a hero's sanctuary. You can almost feel the cool, smooth surface of the console nearby, its buttons unpressed, its lights dimmed to a gentle, slumbering pulse. On the central display, the what-if scenario continues its silent unfolding, not as a frantic battle, but as a series of calm, intricate data streams, perhaps showing subtle shifts in alliances, or the quiet, strategic placement of a single, disguised piece on a grand, cosmic chessboard. Imagine a stylized silhouette, instantly recognizable as the sleek form of the widow, but with just a hint, a very faint, almost imperceptible shimmer of emerald green or deep crimson woven into her familiar black. A silent symbol, a quiet suggestion of a path not taken, or a loyalty deeply hidden. This room, usually bustling with urgent decisions, now rests in profound peace, a silent custodian of hypothetical realities. An empty chair waits patiently before the console, as if the strategist has simply stepped away for a moment, leaving the profound question to softly resonate in the quiet space. The city lights twinkle far below the window, a distant, comforting blanket of dreams, unaware of the silent. What if mysteries pondered within these tranquil walls? The gentle pulse of the display is like a slow, steady heartbeat, inviting your own thoughts to soften and drift, acknowledging the wonder of possibilities without a trace of urgency or concern. The soft glow from the display casts gentle patterns across the quiet room, illuminating the subtle dust motes dancing in the stillness. It's a place designed for contemplation, where hypotheticals rest as peacefully as settled dust, far from any hurried whisper or sudden reveal. Your gaze might now drift from the screen, moving past the silent consoles and the gentle hum of unseen systems towards a small, organized desk nestled by a wide, moonlit window. On this desk, bathed in the soft silver light filtering in from the tranquil city skyline, sits a single, sleek black notebook. Its cover is smooth, unblemished, and utterly unremarkable at first glance. Yet, if you were to observe closely, perhaps catching the light just so, you might notice a faint, almost invisible pattern embossed upon its surface. It's a delicate, almost artistic arrangement of lines that, In this quiet, what if space could be interpreted as a stylized, deeply subdued version of a familiar, multi-headed symbol, barely perceptible, but undeniably present. Beside it, a single, unclipped pen lies perfectly aligned, as if left in a moment of thoughtful pause by someone considering a very long, quiet game. This isn't a place of urgency or hidden messages being passed. It's a preserved snapshot of a possibility, a tranquil what-if study, where even the most profound secrets are held in a gentle, almost academic consideration. The distant city lights twinkle below, undisturbed, while above, the moon watches over this silent, imagined history. Everything here is still, inviting you to simply observe, to let your thoughts wander softly through these quiet corridors of alternate truth, feeling the calm, cool air. The room breathes with a gentle, steady rhythm, holding only the whisper of what might have been, without a single ripple of alarm or tension. In this room, where alternate truth softly unfold, a cool, gentle air settles around you. The steady rhythm of the space continues, a quiet hum like a distant, well-oiled machine, ensuring everything remains perfectly in place. Soft, low hum your gaze drifts across a polished surface, perhaps a large, unlit console, its screen dark and reflective, mirroring the soft, ambient glow of the room. No urgent alerts flash, no hurried messages scroll. It simply waits, a silent testament to planning and foresight. Nearby, a map, not of battlefields or conflict zones, but of intricate, interconnected networks, glows faintly on a wall. It's a tapestry of subtle influence, pathways woven through quiet diplomacy and carefully placed information, rather than force. Each line and node represents a gentle connection, a soft thread of control, managed with an unseen, steady hand. It's a world built on silent understanding, where every piece holds its place without strain. You imagine a figure moving with unhurried grace through this space, her steps soft, her movements precise. Not the hurried dash of an operative, but the calm assurance of a strategist, meticulously arranging details. Her presence here isn't one of tension or deceit, but of quiet purpose, a dedicated focus on maintaining a delicate balance. This alternate Natasha navigates not a world of double crosses, but of careful, deliberate orchestration, all in the service of a different, more subdued vision. The room holds these quiet possibilities, the gentle hum a lullaby to the idea of a different path taken. It's a scenario played out in the mind's soft theater, where intentions are smooth and outcomes are simply, peacefully, asterisk, different asterisk. The air remains cool, the light soft, inviting you to simply observe this tranquil unfolding, undisturbed by any shadow of urgency or alarm. In this gentle stream of what-ifs, the quiet journey continues, leading into a space where the subtle threads of destiny have been rewoven. Imagine a room not of bustling activity, hushed contemplation. It's a strategic analysis chamber, bathed in the soft, cool glow of holographic projections. Here, silent data flows across luminous interfaces, painting a picture of calculated calm. On one of these shimmering displays, an abstract, almost geometric pattern resolves itself. It's a stylized hourglass, a motif so familiar yet rendered in shades of serene greens and silvers, blending seamlessly with the Hydra emblem that quietly adorns a distant, polished wall panel. There's no tension here, no hurried whispers or clanking machinery. Only the soft hum of energy, a constant, comforting thrum beneath the quiet. The air is still, carrying the faint, clean scent of ozone and polished metal. The screens present intricate, flowing charts and serene, unfolding scenarios, all pointing to pathways carefully chosen, outcomes meticulously shaped. One particular projection shows a series of elegant, interconnected nodes, representing complex strategic alignments. And at the heart of this web, subtly highlighted, is a designation, Agent Romanov, alongside a series of calm, successful mission parameters. It's presented not as a secret to be uncovered, but as an established, unwavering fact, integrated into the fabric of this alternate reality. This room, with its controlled light and silent data, reflects a world where her choices were simply different, yet always executed with an elegant, strategic precision, allowing peace to settle over these imagined timelines. The quiet hum of the data core softly fades as your gentle focus drifts from the illuminated screens. Perhaps a nearby door, almost imperceptible in its silent opening, invites a slow, unhurried movement into an adjacent chamber. This space feels different, less about raw data, more about quiet contemplation. It's a small, circular room, perhaps a personal observation deck high within a silent, towering structure. Large, tinted windows curve outwards, offering a serene panorama of a city at rest beneath a cool, moonlit sky. Gentle hum of distant city life here. The what-if takes on a different texture. Instead of the stark, digital glow, there's the soft, diffused light from the moon, casting long, peaceful shadows. On a polished, dark table, a single, folded black uniform, perhaps a variant of her iconic suit, lies neatly arranged. Beside it, a pair of wrist-mounted devices, sleek and dark, rest in perfect symmetry. Their surfaces reflecting the muted city glow like distant stars. No signs of struggle or urgency, only a calm, almost meditative stillness. This imagined Black Widow in this quiet, secret role would have spent many nights here, gazing out at the sleeping metropolis, not with a sense of impending action, but with the quiet satisfaction of a complex plan unfolding with precise, almost invisible movements. The city below, with its countless tiny lights, seems to breathe a collective sigh, unaware of the subtle, unseen threads she might have woven, ensuring its tranquil slumber. The air here is still, carrying only the faintest echo of a controlled environment, a sense of everything being exactly as it should be under a watchful, yet profoundly peaceful eye. The weight of secret becomes less a burden and more a quiet, intrinsic part of a carefully constructed piece, allowing a serene stillness to settle over this unique corner of her world. And as that quiet understanding settles, the scene gently shifts, as if the very air around this secret, carefully held piece softens and expands. You find yourself now in a small, private alcove, nestled within the hushed heart of what might once have been a bustling communications hub. But tonight, it is simply a space of quietude. Soft, distant hum of electronics, a single, elegant console stretches before a comfortable, low-backed chair. Its screens glow with a faint, almost imperceptible blue light, displaying not urgent alerts, but flowing patterns of data, like soft, digital rivers charting unknown stars. The surface of the console is smooth and cool beneath the touch of the mind's eye, reflecting the soft glow of the ambient light from above. Here, among the quiet hum of dormant systems, rests a small, polished stone. It's a simple, dark gray, almost black, but catches the light in such a way that a faint, almost ghost-like pattern seems to emerge on its surface. Two interlocking shapes, subtle as whispers, barely visible unless you truly allow your gaze to soften and linger. Not a symbol of command or threat, but a quiet, almost forgotten echo of a path perhaps taken, or a choice deeply woven into the fabric of a different story. This alcove feels like a secret itself, a place where memories are stored not as burdens, but as quiet, settled dust motes dancing in the soft light. The air is still, carrying only the faintest scent of ozone and old, well-kept circuits. A single, folded, dark silk scarf rests beside the console, its material soft and cool, hinting at journeys and disguises, now peacefully at rest. This space holds the deep, calm understanding that even the most profound what-if can find its own gentle place within the quiet tapestry of a hero's unique piece. From the room of quiet disguises, our gaze now drifts, carried by the soft, diffused moonlight, towards a slightly ajar doorway. It leads into a space that feels even more hushed, a chamber once perhaps bustling with quiet communications, now entirely still. This is where the whispers of what if truly settle in the silent heart of potential secret. Imagine a small, circular command room, not for grand battles, but for subtle exchanges. A single, large screen dominates one wall, currently displaying a dormant, complex algorithm, like a digital tapestry woven with silent code. It glows with the softest azure light, casting gentle, almost imperceptible shadows across the room. There are no flashing alerts, no urgent reports, just the quiet hum of unseen systems keeping watch over forgotten possibilities. On a smooth, polished console, perhaps a single data pad lies, its surface dark and unlit, holding untold stories in its sleep. Beside it, a stylus carefully placed, as if waiting for a hand that will never return to write a final, hidden message. This room, bathed in the soft, cool light of the screen, feels like a memory held in suspension, a testament to choices made or choices almost made. The air here is cool and still, carrying only the faint, metallic scent of dormant technology and the lingering echo of questions left unanswered. It's a place where the concept of a double life doesn't create tension, but rather a profound sense of quiet contemplation. The what if of a secret allegiance, of Black Widow's silent work for Hydra, feels not like a threat, but like a deeply woven thread in the fabric of an alternative dream, softly glowing in this peaceful, forgotten control center. All remains calm, all remains quiet, as the screen's gentle glow invites you to simply observe this tranquil, imagined history. The soft glow from the screen in the forgotten control center seems to cast long, gentle shadows across the quiet space. You might notice, as your gaze drifts, a series of dormant consoles, their buttons and dials faintly illuminated by the distant city lights filtering through dusty, high windows. On one such console, nestled between unlit indicator lights and silent data ports, a single, small, holographic projection flickers, almost imperceptibly. It's a schematic, not of a battle plan or a weapon, but of a quiet, unassuming apartment building. A very specific apartment building in a very specific part of the city, its windows dark and peaceful against the imagined night. This detail, so small and easily overlooked, feels like a hushed whisper of a possibility, a lingering thought from a different timeline. No grand reveal, no sudden twist, just the quiet suggestion of a hidden life, a carefully constructed normalcy unfolding within those shadowed walls. The apartment building itself seems to hum with a silent history, the kind that unfolds in quiet routines and unobserved moments, far from any public eye. Perhaps this was a safe house, a quiet retreat, or merely a location of interest on a long-forgotten surveillance map, hinting at a quiet oversight. The subtle flickering of the holographic projection is like a slow, steady breath, a quiet pulse in the stillness. It continues to display the calm facade of the building, a place where secrets might have been held, or where a different life, one away from the glare of heroism, was carefully maintained. The air in the control center remains still, undisturbed by any rush or urgency. The dust motes dance idly in the soft light, suspended in time. It simply holds this soft light, this quiet image, allowing your mind to rest upon the gentle what if of it all, a peaceful contemplation. All is quiet, all is calm, as the quiet city lights continue their distant, gentle dance. The gentle hum of the city fades into a soft, distant whisper, as your focus drifts from the panoramic view to a more intimate setting. Imagine now a quiet, almost forgotten intelligence hub, nestled deep within the silent heart of a sleeping urban expanse. The only illumination comes from the soft, almost phosphorescent glow of a few inactive data screens, casting long, peaceful shadows across the smooth, metallic surfaces of the control panels. Here, in this hushed chamber, a single, empty chair sits before a circular console, its controls dark and still, reflecting the faint light like a calm, dark pool. On the console's polished surface, a small, intricate datapad lies, its faint, pulsing light barely illuminating a single, stylized emblem etched into its casing, an hourglass, perhaps, or something equally subtle, yet hinting at a deeper, hidden allegiance if one were to imagine it. The smooth, cool metal of the console feels almost ancient beneath the quiet air, a silent witness to countless strategic thoughts. Near the console, a neatly folded, dark uniform without its wearer rests draped over a nearby storage unit. The fabric, a deep, midnight black, absorbs the soft, ambient glow, revealing only the gentle contours of its form. There are no frantic beeps, no urgent messages, just the quiet contemplation of what might be in this secret, silent corner of the city. The air is still and cool, carrying no sound but the quiet settling of dust motes dancing in the gentle light beams. It's a space of waiting, of quiet observation, where loyalties could be as layered as the silent data stored on the dormant terminals. The what-if hangs in the air, a whisper in the stillness, not of threat, but of a quiet, complex understanding, inviting your mind to simply observe. All is at peace, wrapped in the gentle mystery of the night. The quiet understanding that settled over the scene gently expands, guiding your awareness deeper into this hushed, hypothetical space. Here, within the cool, ordered silence, one finds themselves amidst what feels like a meticulously kept archive of possibilities. Soft light emanates from a series of tall, slender data obelisks, their surfaces a deep, polished obsidian, reflecting the gentle glow like still water. Each obelisk seems to hum with a low, almost imperceptible frequency, a silent testament to the vast currents of information they contain. On a central console, a faint, almost translucent holographic display shimmers into view. It shows no maps of battle, no urgent tactical overlays, but rather a sequence of archived reports, each one unfurling slowly like delicate paper. The data streams are calm, flowing with an unhurried grace, detailing quiet observations and subtle connections. Among them, a stylized, almost artistic symbol resembling a coiled serpent appears briefly, then recedes, not as a sign of malice, but as a quiet, intricate motif woven into the fabric of this alternative history. This isn't a place of secrets to be unearthed with urgency, but rather a library of what could have been, observed with a tranquil detachment. The air itself feels crisp and clean, carrying the faint, comforting scent of ozone and polished metal. Every detail here, from the soft shimmer of the holograms to the silent rotation of data, speaks of a profound stillness, allowing the mind to wander gently through these imagined histories, unburdened and at peace. The notion of quiet loyalty, folded into the fabric of a greater, unseen plan, settles around you, a soft blanket of contemplative calm. The imagined histories gently settle, leaving behind a profound sense of quiet. You find yourself now observing a silent corner of what might be a vast, high-tech command center, a space usually bustling, but now perfectly still. Moonlight, a soft silver blue, streams through a tall, arched window, painting gentle stripes across the polished floor. Rows of advanced consoles stand dormant, their screens dark, reflecting the faint ambient light like placid pools. One workstation alone remains softly illuminated, its main screen displaying a tranquil, abstract pattern. It's a swirling nebula of greens and deep grays, or perhaps a complex, interconnected network diagram, tracing paths that seem to stretch far beyond the immediate view. The design is so subtle, so interwoven with the aesthetics of the room, that one might easily overlook its faint, almost imperceptible undertones. No urgent data scrolls, no blinking alerts, just this quiet, contemplative display, a silent map of silent operations. On the sleek, cool surface of the console, next to a neatly arranged, ergonomic keyboard, rests a small, elegant data chip, its casing a deep, unassuming black. It gleams faintly in the silver moonlight, a tiny, silent sentinel. One could almost imagine it holding vast amounts of information, patiently waiting, its purpose known only to those who truly understood its quiet significance. This piece of technology, so simple yet so potent, whispers of hidden arrangements, of a long game played with careful, unhurried precision. It sits there, an anchor to the what if, a quiet symbol of a deeply embedded, unseen thread running through the fabric of even the most familiar narratives. The soft hum of distant city life is the only sound, a gentle lullaby to these unspoken possibilities. As the moonlight slowly shifts, painting new, fleeting shadows across the silent room. The moonlight continues its slow journey, now tracing a gentle path across a rarely disturbed corner of the room. It illuminates a low, dark console, its surface polished to a deep sheen, reflecting the soft glow like still water. On this console rests a single, unassuming data chip, smaller than a thumb, its obsidian-like casing cool and smooth. A delicate, almost invisible spiderweb pattern is subtly etched into its surface, a silent signature hinting at a skilled hand and a life lived in shadows. This tiny chip, a vessel of forgotten possibilities, seems to hum with a secret language only the quiet darkness understands, holding within it timelines that never unfolded, choices whispered only in the mind's ear. Beside it, barely discernible in the soft lunar light, a faint, almost geometric pattern resembling two intertwined serpent heads is etched into the console's dark edge. It's a symbol not meant to be seen, a whisper of a path unseen, a loyalty held in shadow, always present, but never openly declared. The air around these silent artifacts feels thick with untold narratives, with the weight of what if questions that linger long after the world has moved on. You can almost feel the quiet tension of a double life, the silent watchfulness, the intricate dance between light and dark, all condensed into these small, symbolic forms. The distant city hums on, a gentle, unwavering companion to the silent contemplation of these profound, secret histories. Soft, distant city hum continues, the small, symbolic forms, the red hourglass, the stylized Hydra emblem, a softly folded black uniform, now seem to shimmer just a little, their sharp edges blurring into the soft focus of the approaching night. The hidden chamber where these profound what-if possibilities were quietly considered begins to expand in your mind, its walls dissolving into the vast, open space of imagination. The moon, a silent witness, casts an even gentler light across the distant city skyline, painting the urban sprawl in shades of silver and deep indigo, a landscape of dreams. The questions of loyalty, of secret lives, and of hidden paths that once flickered like distant stars now settle into a quiet, comforting hum. There is no need for answers, no urgency in these imagined histories. They simply exist, like quiet lore whispered on the wind, ready to be folded away for the night. The gentle hum of the city, a lullaby of distant lives, slowly fades, becoming one with the soft rhythm of your own breathing. Let go now. Let the last vestiges of the day and of this peaceful contemplation drift away. The secrets are safe within the quiet realm of stories, and your own world is ready for stillness. Your breath is soft, your body heavy and warm. You are safe. You are loved. You are ready for a deep, tranquil sleep. Close your eyes and let the quiet embrace of the night carry you away into dreams. City hum fades completely to silence.